surprises. When you get them,
Good morning. Hopping out of the Niday shelter. We got some pretty cool landmarks we'll be hitting today. We got the Audie Murphy Monument, and then we'll be hitting Dragon's Tooth as well a little bit later that afternoon. I think those are the big highlights for the day. Overall, we'll be looking for like stealth camping sites somewhere at like, I don't know, 17, 18 miles in or so, past a grocery store resupply point. But yeah, Bill, we miss you already. Hopefully you're getting better where you're at back home, resting nicely. Hopefully you can get back out and finish the trail at some point. But alright, we'll get hiking for this morning, get some miles in. Audie Murphy Monument, 3.7. Nice camping down there. Brush Mountain East Wilderness. This first hill climb up to the first ridge is just enough to burn it out of you first thing in the morning. But as soon as we get to the top, there's a bench up there apparently we can take a good break at. Alright, we had a nice rest break at a bench at the top of the climb there. And we got some cell service, so we went ahead and called the Super 8 Hotel in Daleville, which is about 2.5 days away from here or so, and we got our reservations booked in, so that's all taken care of. And it looked like within, might be similar to what we saw in Marion, to where just kind of a short walks and stuff to any type of resupply places or food places that we may need to visit to, so maybe a similar type of town location in that regard. But and we'll figure out what the next stretch looks like after that. But coming up shortly is going to be the Audie Murphy Memorial site, so that'll be pretty cool to see that here in a minute. Here's where the side trail cutoff is for the Audie Murphy Monument. Definitely take the side trail and go see it. It's just a 0.1 off trail. And if you don't know who he is, definitely look him up. Very famous World War II hero. Killed in a plane crash near this site. Okay, we're complete with lunch break. And this should be the last big hill climb for the day. And then we got some more ridgeline walking. And then a downhill. And then we'll be looking for a stealth site at some point. A couple of big landmarks coming up for the day. We should be hitting 700 miles here shortly. And then we got Dragon's Tooth. There's the turnoff for the Pickle Branch shelter down that way. We're gonna skip it though. Don't really need anything down there. The next water source should be more convenient, like another 0.3, and along the trail somewhere up ahead. So we're going for that. Now we're up on top of the ledge, and this will wrap around in a big U shape for the next 3.5 miles or so. And then on the other end of it will be Dragon's Tooth. That'll be the next big landmark for the day. And here we are at the big 700. Well, we're slowly making our way on this ledge. Just feels like it's long, it's hot, it's tiring. You're still loaded up with water. There's just enough rocks to slow you down where you can't go too terribly quick. But it's not too bad. I still got like 2 miles to go, I think, till Dragon's Tooth. I'm officially worn out, and this is the trail right now. I can't even film and do this at the same time. I don't know how far we still have a long way to go. Made it to the Dragon's Tooth split off. 0.1. This was like the longest 3-mile ridge walk ever. Oh, so dead tired right now. Let's go check out the tooth. The start of the Dragon's Teeth area instead of tooth area. I think you can climb all the way up there, but I will not be doing that. So from the Dragon's Tooth here, that tallest hill in the back with the power lines going through it, that's where Mcafee Knob is, somewhere over on that side. We'll get there tomorrow. Alright, coming down off Dragon's Tooth. Next stop is going to be grocery store. Get a resupply knocked out. Might even be able to get a burger and Coke and fries and that kind of stuff too. We'll have to see what they got. So far the descent off of Dragon's Tooth is the most technical thing we've done on the entire trail so far. This is a challenge. God, we're still a mile away, at least. I am so completely exhausted. This is the worst terrain of the entire AT so far. And it's right at the end of the day. My legs, everything is just shot. I'm so done right now. But I love it. Alright, we've made it off the mountain in that crazy descent. We're coming up on the grocery store, Quickie Mart. We'll check it out, get some resupply, see if we can get some food. I'm definitely totally exhausted. And then we'll reassess our game plan, see if we can find something just another mile or two at most when we get back in the woods. Okay, so just walking up at the grocery store here, I've ran into somebody who's definitely famous on the trail. Goes by Doughboy, so I gotta throw him in here. This is Doughboy. I just talked to him for a little bit on his story. It is super cool. You may have heard of him if you know some of the guys on the trail already. Totally decked out in World War II outfit, honoring your grandfather. So I just wanted to say, like, from one military vet to another in spirit, Thank you for everything that you're doing, and it's super cool to meet you, and congratulations and good luck on the rest of your hike as well.
Really, the least I can do. Thank you.
Cool. That's been awesome. Thanks. Going with a double cheeseburger. Okay, we got resupply complete. We are done with the grocery store. That place was good, definitely decent enough to get whatever you need. It's only another day and a half. I mean, you could do a full day if you want to push like 25 miles or something to get to Daleville from here, but good enough for what we need. Got a belly full of burgers and sodas. It was super cool running into the Doughboy guy. I've heard of him. He's pretty famous on trail out here just from what he's doing and how he's hiking. He's got like all authentic World War II stuff. He's not filtering, baking his own food and stuff out here. So he's doing like legit old school style traveling and camping. Never thought I'd see him. Thought he was ahead of me somewheres, but that was cool. Anyway, we're only doing like another mile or two at the most maybe. As soon as we get up and over to a stream, get some water refilled, and then first stealth site that works is where we're gonna lay our heads. Okay, I think this might be home for the night. This little stealth site right next to the creek. We just filled up with water. Just walked like 100 feet down the trail and there was this site here. So I think this is gonna be it. We didn't want to go too much further. Plus we were looking at, heard some lightning in the distance, and we were looking at the weather apps, and there's a whole line of storms coming our way. Might hit us in the next hour or two, maybe 3, who knows. May just miss us if it goes between some cells, but I think this will work. This will be big enough for 2 tents. And we're just gonna hunker down for the night. We might get some lightning storm action. Yeah, I think that's about it for now. I'm gonna start getting set up. All right, I'm all set up. We can hear the storm in the distance getting slowly closer, so we might have a little bit more time. Hopefully it blows through and doesn't give us too much rain, but we'll see. You'll be in for a fun night either way. I'll keep you guys informed if anything cool and exciting happens. Hopefully I can get some shots and some lightning or something. We'll see how bright it gets. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off here. I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, up and out of camp. Survived the night. It wasn't too bad. I think most of the weather just kind of went around us, probably on the edge of like one of the big storms. Lightning wasn't striking directly overhead or anything, but it was close. And today we're going to be hitting the Mcafee Knob, so that'll be really cool. And again, just to clarify why we did not stay at Four Pines, we got enough first-hand accounts that that place was to be avoided, basically. It wasn't that great, so that's why we kind of opted to just find the first optimal stealth site and stay there, which worked out just fine. I think today's supposed to be clear and sunny and stuff. This is the start of like sunny for the next week. Just a short climb comparatively to what we've had the last couple days to get on this cliff edge. Now it's a little bit of ups and downs as we skirt this for a bit. Then it'll be a big down and then another up. And that second up cliff will be where Mcafee Knob's going to be at. Still some 7 miles away or so. We're done with the first up and over ridge line for the day. A big parking lot here for everybody looking to do the Mcafee Knob day hike, I think, starting over that way. Alright, here's the shelter split off for the first one. That's John Spring down there. We're going to skip it because they don't have any water. The next shelter's only a mile away. We'll take a water refill and break there coming up shortly. And we've arrived. Here's the split off for the Catawba mountain shelter. We'll take a break here for a bit and freshen up on our water. Alright, just getting settled in for a break at the Catawba mountain shelter. I'm going to do a quick shout out to Blair. It was cool running into you. Thanks for the trail magic fruit and stuff. I got recognized by somebody from my videos on the trail, so he was super excited to meet me. I was just super excited to run into him, so it's good meeting you, another retired military vet. And he's also looking to start his through hike next year in February, so hopefully he can get that accomplished, and good luck with that. I'm going to air out my feet for a little bit, enjoy some snacks, and then we'll press on to Mcafee Knob. Here it is. Here's the good viewpoint from Mcafee Knob. And then there it is. There's the famous overlook.
Alright, so here's Goob. Going right to the edge. Let's get him in the middle. Goob relaxed, having a good time. Enjoying the view. Not afraid of heights. He walked 700 miles to get to this view, and it's well worth it. It's a great view.
Well, that was super cool. That was Mcafee Knob. And then next we got a long ridgeline walk towards Tinkercliffs, and that'll complete the Virginia Triple Crown, which is the Dragon's Tooth, Mcafee Knob, and Tinkercliffs. So we'll get all that knocked out and finished up today, and then it'll be a short, another mile or so until we hit the shelter for tonight. This ridgeline to Tinkercliffs is like the smoothest we've ever had. There's a view down to the Carvin Cove Reservoir. We're in the last little bit till we get to Tinkercliffs. Maybe half mile. Lots of uphill. And it's like 85 degrees outside. I have no idea which way to go. One of these two. We'll figure it out. Here we are at the top. This is the Tinkercliffs. And that whole ridgeline over there is what we just came across. And then it goes up to the tallest peak, and that's Mcafee Knob. Alright, done chilling at the cliffs. Really cool walk out of here. And we only got like a mile and a half to the shelter. Feel like we're getting there so early from when we've been setting up camp last couple nights, it seems. Down to Scorched Earth Gap. The shelter's only 0.6 away. That's not bad. And we made it to the Lamberts Meadow shelter. This will be home for the night. A pretty little location. We got a bear box. That's a luxury item. Nice little fire pit. Kind of looks like a older type construction.
Goob takes great pride in a clean shelter.
Alright, and I think we're done for the day. Today was pretty good. It was a much more fun day than it was yesterday. You could tell in the video probably yesterday was a little beat down, but yesterday ended on a high note just with getting food resupply and then seeing Doughboy. That was kind of cool. Today, though, was much better and awesome views. Mcafee Knob was awesome. The Tinkercliffs were awesome. Really cool look down to that little valley area. And then tomorrow, I think it's only less than 10 miles, and we'll be in Daleville, and we'll come up with our new game plan for the next stretch and get our full resupply and stuff there. We already got our reservations locked in for the Super 8. We'll get in there probably by noon, and just cruise around town for a little bit and look for some lunch and stuff, but we'll figure that out tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and sign off for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. So from the sign of this setup, this means that Doughboy has come into camp. So he's currently cooking his food. It's so cool to watch. I was just telling him this is kind of like watching somebody who lived 80 years ago make his own dinner. And yeah, he's doing it old school. Cooking up some rice right now for his meal.